Welcome to this episode of Create the Edge. It has joined my pleasure to actually welcome on board four amazing coaches from the YouMap section of coaches, which has been created by Kristin Sherry. We've got Kristin, we've got Lori, Char, and Lila Smith, all the way joining us from the United States. So when we were actually wanting to have this special episode, where basically we were going to talk about four different aspects and elements of coaching, of transformation, of evolution that people go through, and different ways in which they can be assisted along the process. So it is my pleasure to actually welcome on board Kristin Sherry, who's the YouMap creator. She's an author. She was a manager in a job which she had no passion for, but today she leads a life filled with passion and purpose because she's realized her full potential. Now, she's been a .NET developer, and now she's helping people find themselves, because I love, a line which she always mentions, which is, it's really hard to read the label when you're inside the jar. So I absolutely love that, Kristin, and thank you so much for joining us. It's just such a beautifully succinct way of actually, telling others that it's so important to actually understand, the greatness that lies within you, right? And sometimes it's important to have someone look at you from an outside perspective, from like a bird's eye view. So thank you so much, Kristin. Really appreciate you being here on the show. Really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, Sahib.
Thank you so much. And next we have Lori Knudsen. She's a career consultant and founder of Nobility Consulting LLC. I love what it says on her profile, vocation whisperer. And what she does is she empowers students and adults to make better career and life choices. Her passion is in making a difference and helping others find their purpose. And absolutely love her hashtag, which is Know, Grow, Become. So Lori as well, she comes from a corporate background. She comes from sales leadership background in the pharmaceutical industry. And now she shows people how they can know their strengths, grow their self-awareness, and become empowered in the process. So thank you so much, Lori, for joining us all the way from the US. It is a little bit late for all of you ladies, and we really appreciate the time that you've taken out of your busy schedules. So thank you, Lori. Really appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure. So, and next, I'd like to introduce Char Aukland, who's the certified health coach and personal trainer and she's got her own business, Char Be Doll Fitness. It is her mission to help her clients plan for their healthy futures as if they were actually planning financially for retirement. So from being a medic with the United States Army to a certified occupational therapy assistant, or COTA, as a lot of people you might be able to resonate with, to being a curious problem solver, for helping clients to tap into their own individual solutions. So thank you so much, Char. Really, really appreciate it. All of you are very well known on the platform, and we take it, and it is our pleasure and our honor to welcome you on the show to get a little bit of insights regarding what you all are doing with your lives and assisting others around you. Thank you so much, Char.
Thank you.
And last but not the least, I'd like to welcome Lila Smith, Say Things Better creator and speaker, communication breakthrough coach, startup mentor, and a singer. So a lot of people who may not know about Lila, she's actually got two sort of links on her profile where she goes into a couple of songs that she's recorded. So if you've not yet seen that, please go ahead and have a listen on to that. She loves cheese. She loves car washes. And very interestingly, this is something which really, it sort of threw me back a bit. She carries a copy of the US Constitution with her at all times.
She does.
That's very interesting. I'm going to go into that a little bit later. But now, Lila, she also comes from a corporate background. She comes from a sales and a corporate communications background. And now she takes people on a journey to say things better and be a better listener in the process as well, using her 5-step theater-based method of intentional communication. So thank you so much, Lila. Really appreciate you being here on the show. I'd like to actually go into our first section, the person behind the persona. I would request all of you to tell us a little bit about something which you're comfortable with, which your network ideally wouldn't know about yourselves.
That people don't know about me that I haven't already told. I get picked on for my musical taste, because it is very eclectic. So I listen to everything from classical to hard rock. I'm a big 80s geek, so a lot of 80s bands and techno, everything, and even K-pop, because I have it. Oh my God, if you listen to it enough, it grows on you. So yeah, that's probably like the most career limiting thing I could say right there. But yeah, so, and I grew up.
K-pop is pretty surprising.
Which is your favorite band, Lori?
Of K-pop or just in general?
In general, no. I'm okay. So K-pop, you'd fit in perfectly in Asia. Let me put it that way. Because
it's hard for me to pick one band. I have different genres. So I my early high school or college days would probably be Def Leppard and a little Duran Duran.
You're not leaving people 2 steps behind. You're with them all the way. So there you go.
Yeah. But then I've also seen R&B artists, and so I've that's why I said I go through all the different genres, and so and I'm part of the BTS army according to my daughter, so I have to put that out there for anybody watching in Asia, right? So
I was in the Kiss army.
Well, I've seen Kiss too, so hey, I forgot them.
Yes, that's fantastic. Well, it's very interesting because I come from a classical pianist. I'm a classical pianist, so I listen to quite a lot of.
That's cool.
Thank you very much. So I listen to quite a lot of classical music as well, and I'm a huge hard rock, heavy metal fan. So I listen to all kinds of music. Honestly. So So I completely understand. Sometimes when you listen to too many things, a lot of people actually are like, how can you actually listen to so many different things and actually be passionate about all of them? But it's a matter of choice, right? What you're comfortable with.
Yeah, with music, everything is a time and a place. You can always think of a song and where you heard it, and it just sets the mood. So
absolutely,
that's kind of how I differentiate what I listen to.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Lori. I'm gonna go over to Kristin.
So I would say the thing that would surprise people and they wouldn't know is I was an elite athlete. So I have my brown belt in karate. I played on an all-star traveling baseball team. I was the first baseman. So I played competitive baseball up till I was 19. I ran track and field and competed in the 100, the 200, the 800 meter relay. So that's funny because anyone who spends any amount of time with me has heard me say, the only time you'll catch me running is if I'm being chased by a bear.
Well, at least we know that you'd be fast enough to get away from it. So
yeah, you just really have to outrun the children, right?
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, I'm certain that the bear, especially with your martial arts skills, as well as your track and field experience, he'd have no chance. No chance at all.
Chased by drunk people. That's sort of like being chased like a bear. Well, I was so athletic in my youth. I used to work out 6 days a week, 3 hours a day. I did step aerobics. I was called up to get my black belt in karate, but I missed going, and I really should have got my black belt, and I've always regretted that. But I was so athletic that I thought I need some rest, and it's turned into a 25-year break. So I have this whole chest full of trophies and medals. But I used to always win first place, and it was funny because I'd go to an event to, do my martial arts competitions, and I'd walk in and I would hear the girls go, "Oh, Kristin's here,"